What up? What up? Hey guys, happy Sunday. I was supposed to go live earlier, so it was, looks brighter. I get some natural light, but I waited till now to finally go live. So I want to see who gonna pop in. Who gonna pop in? It's Sunday. I've had a really relaxing weekend, and I'm actually really happy. I love that for me. Like this week was just busy. I wasn't getting a whole lot of sleep. But this weekend, I slept all of yesterday. Slept in, had a nice slow morning today. Got a few groceries, and that was it. So I love that for me. I hope you guys had a restful weekend and a relaxing Sunday, because if you have a schedule like mine, then you need to have reset for the new week, before the new week starts. So anyway, I'm gonna wait for some people to pop in. I don't know, it's 5:15. Some people might not be. I don't know. We'll see who pops in. I feel like whenever I have this shirt on, I look like a dude on vacation. This shirt gives me like dude on vacation. I don't know, but I love it so much. It's definitely a little bit more on the masculine side, this shirt, but I just feel like when I pair it with, I just love this shirt. This is called Paisley. For those who are not familiar, this pattern is Paisley, and I just love this pattern so much. Thank you, girl dad. Appreciate that. I can't really see who's here yet. Like, I haven't gotten any notifications. Girl dad cooking up deliciousness. Appreciate you. Happy Sunday, by the way. I don't know if I've checked out your channel yet, because I can't click on it from here, so I'll have to remember Girl Dad Cooking Up Deliciousness and then see if you have any content. What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is Sadika Soul. I decided to change my YouTube name from Soulspiration to Sadika Soul, because Soulspiration is my business name, and I want to be able to just speak from my heart here and not be business-like here. So this is my new name. Check out my content. This is like my digital diary, and I just like speak wisdom and confidence into people. Yeah, wisdom, confidence, and like just take you guys on my journey of, entrepreneurship and all that stuff. So have you tried any young guy ones? What do you mean young guy ones? Like, have I tried young guys? Is that what you're asking me? For those of you who are here, thank you for thumbing up the video. Love that. Clock it. Okay, fun. I'm gonna say clock it. Clock it. Clock it. Put in the chat where you guys are like tuning in from. Like what state, what city, what country. Oh, and you know I got my Olipop. One day they gonna sponsor me, y'all. One day Olipop is gonna sponsor me. This is that strawberry vanilla. Okay, from Chicago. I wanna go to Chicago. I wanna check out the Shy, for real. For those who have not tried Olipop, I say give it a try, because it only has 3 grams of sugar, and it's for digestive health, and it's really good. What? Pibble? What is Pibble? Florin. Leyland Pipos. Florine? Hi. Hey y'all. I should have went live earlier. I don't know why I waited so late. Okay, I know why I waited so late. I was doom scrolling on my phone, you guys. I was doom scrolling. Have you been with a younger person? How old do you think I am? Like, hey guys, welcome, 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 welcome. Okay, 28. All right. So I look 28. Okay. Is the shirt giving 28? Is that what's going on? 18. Okay. I'm getting a lot of different numbers here. That's a lot of different numbers. 28, 18. From Germany. Okay, Veli. I learned some German the other day. Hallo, ich komme, ich komme, I forgot. Hi. Hallo. Ich komme San Diego. 38. You lit up when Buddy said 18 but seemed offended at 28. Armani, why are you always coming for me? This guy right here, Armani, he gonna clock my tea every time. Thank you for subscribing, Fawn. I appreciate that. I just made a plan for next year of my content, of how I'm gonna have more stuff and be more consistent. So as we reach the end of this year, it's like I gotta think about next year already. I played 5 years American football. Nice. Okay. What position do you play, Belly? I can't stop. I can stop if you want. I just like our dynamic. You like trying me? Ay. Wide receiver. Okay. Wide receiver means that you're a good cat, that you can catch well, I think. Why don't you travel to Iran? Here in Mashhad, people love welcoming foreign tourists. You know, I met a woman from Iran at my internship. She's really cool. So from our interaction, she seems really chill, really nice. So I believe you. Your vibe, keep it up. Thank you, Fawn. Me at 32 lit up when people say I'm in my 20s. Honestly, I think for me, I'm the same way, Florine. So I'll just be honest with you guys. I'm 31. I own it at this point. Like, I'm happy to be 31. Before I used to be shy and not tell people my age because, you know, there's this stigma as soon as you turn 30. It's like, oh my God, you know. But now I own it. So I like to know that I still look good, still look young. So when people tell me that I look closer to my age, I'm like, oh shoot, maybe my age is catching up with me a little bit. So that's kind of why I'm like, ugh. I'm used to people telling me I look at least 5 years younger than what I am. So when people hit the nail on the head, I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? What do you mean? You are Candace Owens' sister? Oh, I hear that all the time, Steven. When I was in Florida, people thought I was Candace Owens. And they're like, Candace, can I take a picture with you? I should have said yes. And then they would have later realized I wasn't Candace. Maybe they would have realized. I don't know if they would have or not. This is Olipop. I was just putting you guys on a second ago. It's a probiotic. Is it pre or pro? Prebiotic soda. 3 grams of sugar. Digestive health. Yummy for the tummy. Yeah. I need to get my brows done, y'all. They be looking kind of crazy. Liking the airport. Yeah, 3 grams of sugar. You know, I didn't really have. I asked because I want to control my future but not limit myself. I want to remain open. You asked what, Armani? What did you ask? Like if I want you to stop? How old are you? I already told you. I'm 31. 31. 31. Wait, Florine, what are you making that face for? Am I not understanding? I asked because I want to control my future but not limit myself. I want to remain open. And I'm confused. Have you ever envisioned what your future partner will look like? Will look like? I try not to imagine what they look like because from Ghana. Belly, I thought you said you were from Germany. I'm so confused. Maybe that was somebody else. That's cool too, though. Thank you, Mr. Carter from Chicago. You're the second person from Chicago. I'm trying to see what Chicago is about. Actually, no, you're the third person because Armani, you're from Chicago too. But to answer your question, Armani, have I thought about what my future partner will look like? Sort of. But again, I guess it's kind of like what you said. I don't want to like limit myself and say, oh, they have to look like this. I just feel like I know better than that. To not say, oh, it's gotta. Why I would think about that? Of what your future partner would look like? I think it's kind of a natural thing for people to do that. You don't consider it at all, Florine? You come to Chicago, I'm gonna have to wine and dine you. Oh. Does Chicago have the rooftop spots so I can see the city? The windy city? I know painting a picture in your head is a good way to bring things about. There's a lot going on here. Yeah, like visualizing. Like you're visualizing what you want your partner to look like. You know, it's crazy to think that somewhere out there somebody is visualizing you. If you're ever in doubt, there's so many people in this world. Somebody out there is visualizing you. Somebody out there wants their partner to look like you. And that's, something to keep in mind. And may you cross paths with that person, and may they be a match for you. You know what I mean? You just fell in love unexpected. Well, that's nice too, Florine. Honestly, if you didn't have like a type, I think that's cool too. You know, I think I would prefer that as well. Because then I know that that's probably more of just like a soul alignment type of thing versus me going after what somebody looks like. But at the same time, you can draw both to you, I think. Some people have said, I envision exactly what my wife or what my husband look like. and I got exactly that. So good for them. You know, we're the creators. Whatever we want to create is what we get. So whatever you want, you get. Whatever you believe you can have, you'll have. Period. The end. Period. The end. Great rooftops. It's one restaurant on the 97th floor we can go eat at, but if you want the outdoors, the 97th floor. Whoa. It's really high. That's scary. That's very high. 97. Wait, have I been on the floor? I don't think I've been to a restaurant that high up, but I have been to the Empire State Building. So I guess it's kind of like that. Anyway, Chicago honestly sounds like it'll be a vibe. Like I'm seeing a lot of good things, like reading a lot of good things. Anyway, I like to go in the summertime. I want to see the fireworks at Lake Michigan. Oh my God. And then just like play that song from Kanye West and that guy from Coldplay. Baby, do you remember when fireworks at Lake Michigan? Hey, 'cause I'm coming home again. Homecoming. That's like my ideal song to put on. I'm always thinking about content. Sorry, if I were to capture that moment, I put that song on. I know you're not particular about race or height, I think, but big on character and energy and age. Armani, are you hitting on me? I'm just teasing you. I think ideally, okay, here's what I realized about guys. This is my realization about guys. I think I told you guys this story once. I went on a date with a guy one time, and he was significantly shorter than me. Would I typically go for that guy? No. But I said, you know what? Who knows? Why not? So I went on a date with him, and I wear heels on top of the fact that he was already significantly shorter than me. And I just think he was having the hardest time with it. I thought it was kind of cute and funny because like you can kind of see those couples in Hollywood sometimes. Those couples exist in Hollywood all the time. You know, a lot of short guys like the tall, thin girls, and they're just like towering over him. And so I thought it was kind of like that dynamic. I was looking good, you know, but I think he was having he was just really self-conscious about it. And I thought a lot of guys say that they want girls to give shorter guys a chance, but at the other end of it, they still haven't processed how that would make them feel in public. So for that reason, a lot of guys like to feel masculine and feel like, you know, bigger than the woman they're with. And because I know that about guys, I typically prefer men who are taller than me. I do, because I know that about most guys. And it is attractive too when they are taller than me, but I feel like they haven't really thought about how that makes them feel when she's taller than him. Yeah, he was feeling small. I mean, he already knew I was taller than him, right? But then I messed around. I put on some kitten heels. I'm 5'7" without heels. So I'm a pretty tall girl already. But then I put on little kitten heels and I made myself like 1.5 inches taller. So and I remember people were staring at us. It was so weird. I thought, is this a high school like Disney Channel movie? I went out and people were staring at us. And I was like, are you guys this shallow? Like, is society still this shallow? Thank you, Edvan? Edvan Nielsen? Obrigada. Obrigada. That's how you say thank you in Portuguese. I see the Brazilian flag. Yeah, people were just looking at us like they were so shallow about it. And I thought, oh my god, why are you guys looking at us like that? I even looked at one guy like, what? Like, I literally looked like that at him, and he was like, yeah, I think Florine, I think the people were questioning it. Not to be mean, I think people were like, how did he get, okay, no, I'm not gonna say that about myself. I have a hard time, like, saying I'm just so pretty, but, like, I think sometimes people do wonder how certain things happened. But I also think that there's a lot of women out there who are very beautiful and are open-minded, and people get, like, either can't fathom that or don't believe it, and I just don't think it's, there's a lot of beautiful women out there who are very open-minded, and people just can't believe that. But I think that says more about them and how they feel about themselves. You know what I mean? Because not all the time does a 6'4" guy come with a good heart. That is, I mean, it can. I'm sure I mean, I know it exists, but not every time, right? Sometimes it comes in a 5'6" package. He needs to mess with someone his size. Florine. Florine, are you a woman? Or a man? I'm not sure what by the name. You could be like Italian or something. And it's very, no, it's funny. It's okay. A man. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. People were looking for two different reasons. I mean, I've always been open-minded when it comes to like who I date and stuff, and I think I also live in a city where, like you said, Southern California doesn't have a lot of people who look like me. So I mean, I'm always like the one in a sea full of people who don't look like me, if you catch my drift. So my dating has been very, what do you call that? Diverse. So I think people were staring for two different reasons, if you catch my drift. Height difference and outward difference. Oh, that's good, Edvan. I'm sorry, I don't know how to respond, but I think you said that. I think you said my voice is beautiful, and with all respect, and that you're trying to learn English. I think that's what you said. I don't know how to say that in Portuguese or to respond to you in Portuguese. I'm sorry. Lo siento. Anyway, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Any like serious cooking? You're just gonna stay home? Like, what are the vibes? What are we doing? What are we on? I'm still waiting on that mac and cheese tutorial video from you. Oh, McSwagger, listen. Did I say I was gonna make a tutorial on that? Because I don't remember saying that. Because I don't think I would. That's my grandma's recipe. I can't do that. You gotta be in the family to get that recipe. Y'all are a part of the soul tribe, but you gotta be in the fam for real, like in the house to get that recipe. Respectfully. If I could, I'd send you a plate. Okay, that's what I thought I would say. Because I'm like, that doesn't sound like something I would say that I would give that recipe out. You said you'd never give me the recipe out. Oh, look at you trying to see if I said something different. Is it still the Soul Tribe? Armani, it is still the Soul Tribe because my YouTube channel name is now Sadika Soul. Peak the channel name, Sadika Soul. So Sadika Soul, you're still part of the Soul Tribe. I can't get rid of the name Soul. Something about it. Something about the word or the name Soul, just I can't let it go. I refuse. That's how I know that name is a huge part of my brand. Because I'm just speaking from the heart, you know? Like I come from just like from the depths of me. That's what I feel like when I come on this channel. I speak from the depths of myself. I like spirit. You like spirit? Sadika spirit? Smells like Team Spirit? Spirit. Spirit's cool. Was that you that was giving some really good names last time? I think that was you. Or was that... Oh no, that was you. You left early. That was I think his name is Rob. I think his name is Rob. He be pestering me too. You guys all be pestering me. All y'all be giving me a hard time, for real. Just 3 days of work, y'all, and then we have a 4-day weekend. Thank God. Yes, he does. You missed my story time. I told them about this crazy day I went on. If you watch my last live, you'll see what this... I'm not going to talk about it today. Don't ask. Okay, thank you, Edvan. I am happy to speak in English, and hopefully you can learn from me. You look comfy right now. I am comfy right now. I could get even comfier and actually get on my bed, but I'd rather just sit up on this. My bed kind of has like a seat situation. I'm just sitting on the seat. I got my blankie though. Feeling in the air tonight. Oh, I haven't heard the word blankie in years. Did I say blankie? You guys want to know what my problem is that I just be saying stuff and I don't even know I'm saying it. Did I say blankie? Because I don't remember saying that. I don't remember saying that 5 seconds ago. Uh-oh. I need to stop drinking alcohol. That's probably what it is. I'm just kidding. I don't even drink that much. Did you start the internship yet? I sure did, McSwagger. I sure did. I sure did, sir. This is gonna be... Wait. Oh, this is gonna be my 3rd week. So tomorrow is week 3. But because we have a 4-day weekend, we have Thanksgiving and Friday in the weekend. So it's just gonna be 3 days of the 3rd week. So we're gonna extend it to the following week. And we're gonna see how long they, let me stay there. But it was just to fulfill credits for the sort of certification that I'm taking. which I'm done with, y'all. I finished my certification. I'm trying to pivot careers, y'all. That's why I haven't been live lately, because your girl been grinding, like really trying to make it happen. Trying to afford this place I live in. Trying to make it happen, okay? Okay. Yeah. That was a lot of information for that question you just asked. But yes, I started. What's rent? You know, I'm not usually quick to say how much rent is. Now that my YouTube channel is not about my business, I can be more free about what I talk about, but I still have to be mindful of the fact that I have a personal or professional brand still. So I'm like, how crazy do I want to get? Because your girl can get a little crazy. You know what I did? I deleted my Facebook. I deleted 2 Facebook accounts today. And I feel free. I'm like, oh my God, who would have thought that getting rid of these accounts that I've had since the 10th grade would make me feel free like this? Thank you, McSwagger. He says, congrats on all your achievements. You worked hard for them. I'm not gonna hold you, I did. So thank you. Also, update, I'm watching a show called Ted Lasso. I know it's old. People kept asking me, have you seen Ted Lasso? Honestly, it's really corny. Like, it's like, I can't tell. It's just, I don't know. It's almost bad, but I also can't stop watching it because it's very feel good. And I like, the guy in the show reminds me of me in a way, kind of, sort of. Is that he's always trying to bring people together. Have you guys seen Ted Lasso? I'm gonna start teaching if I do well on my interview. You will do well in your interview. Are you gonna be a teacher, like a school teacher? It's so corny that it's interesting. I know, like, I am wondering, why am I watching this show? Like, it's kind of bad. But there's a lot of, like, dry humor and, like, silliness in there. It's like, I don't know, you can't be mad at it, you know? Like, it's not a show that's sophisticated. But the guy in there, the main character, Ted, he's this, like, American dude from, like, Kansas City. And he's a football coach for this D2 football team. And this British owner of a soccer team or a football team in the UK hires him to be the head coach of this, like, English Premier team. People are like, why would you hire this Yankee, as they call him, this Yank, who doesn't know anything about football and this and that? And he's just, his personality, like, people want to hate him so bad because, you know, in the UK they're, like, kind of known for being kind of, like, bitter and cold. But he's just so feel good and, like, bringing everybody together, and they can't stand him, but they love him at the same time. And it just makes me think, the reason why I feel like I love this show is because of him and what he's doing. He knows how to get people to fix what they got going on inside of them. He doesn't do the work for them. He just makes them see. He's a G, for real. Like, he's a G. But only people who want to do that type of thing should do it, right? Does that make sense? He just, like, coaxes people to be better. But that's what a coach is, right? And he says, like, hey, I'm more worried about this connection I have with you guys as my players than anything. And he's, like, a real, legit, like, coach. I'd say he's a life coach. Anyway, I'm going on and on. It's corny. but it's feel good, and I resonate with his personality. So it's on Apple TV for those who want to give it a try. I'm like 10 episodes deep. Each episode's like 30 minutes long, I think. And I'm kind of watching this like, this is kind of bad, but I can't stop watching it. I also haven't binged a show in a long time. And I kind of like binging a little bit. So to answer your question, McSwagger, it is kind of so corny that it's interesting. Yes, he makes them want to do better instead of forcing them to. Exactly. It is better than doom scrolling, honestly. Yeah, he does. I think that's what makes a good coach. Someone who can inspire somebody to be different or be better versus like forcing somebody to be different or be better. That's the difference between like a life coach and someone who's just like, you have to do this, you have to change. At the end of the day, nobody wants to change unless they want to. You can't force anybody to change, but you can get people inspired to want to be better or to see life differently, right? Have a different perception. You can do that. And you kind of do that by showing people how their life would be better if they were to consider this, right? Think about that. Like there's this guy on the team, he's the captain, and his name is Roy Kent, and when he first played soccer, he was like way up here, you know, but he's gotten a lot older. He can't run as fast as he used to, but he's the captain of the team. And he has this kind of like anger issues, and he kind of just walks around with his, you know, like this. And the coach goes, hey, like, you are the leader of this team, and you see how people are getting bullied on this team. You see how this is happening and that is happening. So the coach gives really everybody on the team like these books. And Rory got this book called A Wrinkle in Time, and it's pretty much about a girl who finds out that she's a leader. And he's like, are you calling me a little girl? He goes, no, it's just you whether you want to be or not, you're a leader. So you can either accept that calling or stay the Grinch. When I played football, my coach screaming didn't motivate me at all. That's a good point. That's it. I never had a screaming coach, but we would play this team in college where the coach would always be yelling. And I thought, man, if I had to be under a coach who was always yelling like that, I don't know how I would fare. I don't think I'd fare very well. So I see you when you say that. And it makes me think about when I wish people would see things my way. I think it'd be like, hey, what if I inspired them instead of made them feel stupid? What if even though this bothers me and I wish people saw things my way on certain topics, what if I inspired them? Or just approached it from a lighthearted place versus like, why are you guys doing that? Like, nobody can receive that. You know what I'm saying? Are you American? Yes, I am. I like you. Oh, thanks, Sandy. Sandy Patil. As a friend, Sandy. Armani. Ay, Dios mío. It's cold in here, y'all. Isn't Sandy, is that a man or a woman? Why are the pictures so tiny on here? That's why I hate YouTube, because, just kidding, YouTube, I love you. Just kidding. What do you mean? I love you. But I don't like how YouTube's icons are literally this big. Can't see anything. I'm pretty sure it looks like a guy though. I can't really tell. I'm wearing pants, y'all. I thought I wasn't. I am. Hopefully you guys can still hear me with this fan, this heater I'm about to put on, because it's cold, y'all. Let's see, what'd you say? I say the same with parenting. Being hard on some kids doesn't work. I think the best way to raise a child is dictated by their individual personalities. It's true. I mean, I don't know from experience, but I do know that being extra strict on kids, it can work, and it can make a kid not want to do or rebel. But I know for me, it made me kind of want to experience things that I wasn't allowed to experience. So for me in high school, for some reason, I thought going to parties was going to be like the coolest thing ever. I just wanted to go to parties because I just thought that was going to be, you know, fun and amazing. So when I got to college, I really partied hard, like really hard. Not hard where it's like 5 days a week, but I party like every single weekend without fail for majority of my life in college, almost 4 years. And it got really old, you know, it got really old. I finally got it out my system. I think around 27, I was done, like completely done. But anyway, I say that to say that because my parents didn't really let me go out like that, I thought I was missing something. And then when I got to college, I was like, I got a party. I got a party. Hi, Alejandro. I'm good. How are you? We never once thought you never wore pants. We know how you roll. I think the topic of how to raise your kids is one of the most important that least talked about. Facts. I think if it were talked about more, first-time parents would do better, right? I just had a thought today about parents. I thought, hey, we can be mad at our parents for things, but at the same time, their parents for the first time too. Like this is their first rodeo as well. So they don't know what they don't know until they get older and they get wiser. But if parenting, like you said, was talked about more, they could probably avoid certain things if they had more guidance, you know. Do you believe in corporal punishment? What is corporal? Like whipping somebody? Like whippings, spankings? Whippings. That's what I thought you meant. So I joke around like this and I say my kids are probably going to be the only kids on the block getting their butt whooped. So it's hard to say. I really feel like, I got whooped. I got my butt whooped, okay? And I think nowadays, I don't know, I feel like kids are a little bit different today. Like I feel like kids are a little bit, they're not doing the same things that we were doing for the most part, right? Like I feel like most of them are just on their phones. So I'm trying to think, what could a kid be doing to warrant them to get whooped? Maybe if they're just not listening. I don't know, I just feel like by the time I have a child, we're gonna be, I don't know, 5 years from now. Hopefully maybe 5 years from now, so. I don't know. It just depends on the behavior of the child. I think I will whoop them if they are not listening at all. I said, Mom, why did you, at my age now, at 31, I'm like, Mom, why did you whoop us? And my dad whooped us too. I'm like, why did you whoop us? She's like, look how you turned out. And it was like, oh, okay, Mom, I see you. She said, look how the other kids next to you turned out, and look at you. I'm like, oh, okay, Mom. I see what you're doing there. I turned out great, I think. The trick is to also combine it with love. It can't just be whoopings and then meanness. That's terrible. That's abuse. I think the mixture of the two creates a little bit of that duality. It's kind of manipulative if you think about it. I think we differ there. I will seek a different path. I respect that. I respect that. At the same time, though, you know, I think you're a millennial like I am. I think millennials, now that we're at the age of young millennials, maybe you're like at the cusp like I am. I'm like a young millennial, old Gen Z, right in the middle. And I think we are like, oh, let's be different than our parents. This whole soft parenting thing, which I can appreciate. But I'm looking at millennials' kids and I'm like, why are your kids like acting up? Like with no, not yours obviously. I'm like, why am I seeing millennials children or like tweens like they don't have any home training? Right. So it's like we want to be different than what our parents were, give them the life that we didn't have, make sure we don't, you know, treat them like how or maybe our parents treated us. But at the same time, when you go too far to the extreme, now they're spoiled. Exactly, now they're spoiled. Now they're entitled. Now they're acting like baby's kids, and it's just like I can't deal with that either. So there's got to be a happy medium. And I'm not letting a phone raise my kid. It's like we're just ready to hand a child an iPad. No, it's a no. I saw a video where a parent calmed an unruly child just by controlling their own emotions and leading by example. I believe in that. I believe in that. But that takes discipline from the parent. I'm seeing parents not do anything and they think that's soft parenting or gentle parenting. No, that's just no parenting. That's I can't get with that. That pisses me off, because when I see kids like acting up and their parents are just sitting there like nothing's happening, and I'm like, no. I'm still old school in that way. No. Act like you've been somewhere before. Okay, we're not doing that in public. No. That is just the old Southern black grandma in me that probably won't ever go away. But I believe in definitely letting them feel what they need to feel so that they can express how they're feeling to me. Like, communication, I think, is so important. Right? Like, I want my kid to say, I don't want them to feel like they don't have a voice just because they're a child. Right? They should be able to say what is on their mind respectfully. Like, my dad always told me, you can say whatever you want, just watch how you say it. That's what he used to always tell me. Watch your tone and choose your words carefully. But he always let me express how I felt, and my mom too. They also whooped me. So you see how that just really shaped me to be just the profound individual that I am today. I'm partially kidding. Okay. I saw a kid flip out because he couldn't get an iPhone. Like, bro, that's expensive, and you hard-headed too. Right, just entitled for no reason. You are, but that view from what I see outside is amazing. Oh, thank you, DJ. Oh, I don't know where you are, but thank you. Hey, Shari. My grandma gave severe whippings, but never in public. Yeah, never in public. That's another thing. They never whipped me in public. But I knew better, because when my mom said, like, act right, I knew that if I was acting up and she didn't give me in public, I knew once I got home, it was gonna be me and her. So that's why I didn't act up, because she's like, she'll look at me, and I knew I was gonna get my butt whooped when I got home. Like that's, and that would actually make me stop. I think kids need to know that they do have a punishment coming. When kids know that nothing's gonna happen to them, or they can call your bluff, they'll always keep doing what they're doing. But if they realize that, no, I can't do this because this gets taken away, I get my butt whooped, or I get a very stern talking to, I can't do the things I want to do, then that is when that's what they need to know is actually going to happen, and you keep your word. Because a lot of kids today, they're smart. They'll like call their parents bluff. Like, oh, I'm going to take your thing away. Like, I remember growing up, some parents would be like, stop it, I'm going to take your thing away. And they're like, no, you're not. What? Your kid told you no, you're not, because they called your bluff. You don't really give them discipline. You just pretend, and they know you're really not gonna do nothing. Are you in a new place, girl? I did move. Yes, I did, ma'am. Look at y'all looking at my place. I haven't given y'all a tour yet. Let me come over here. Not that I don't want you guys to see, but I have to, for the other strangers who come in, you know, I don't want people to like see out my window and stuff. Like, oh, sitting over there. Okay, I see where she living. That's it. Knock knock. Now you're at my front door, and I can't I can't be dealing with all that. You know what I'm saying? Mick Swagger, did you get whooped growing up? I'm missing comments. Hold on. I think the other girl wanted her mom to clean her room. Couldn't have been me. Demanding her mom to clean her room? Yeah, I would. You know, I can't let my spawn overtake me. My spawn, my offspring, are not running nothing. Let your offspring run you. Ain't nothing like that whipping you know is coming. Yep, facts. I used to be so nervous. I used to come home from the bus and be so scared to come home because I knew what time I was on. I knew what time it was gonna be. Black women are so beautiful. Shakir Curry, thank you. Shari's never here that much. She only pops in for a second. She's too busy for us now. Oh, you know what, you guys? I ate a specialty dish here in my city called carne asada fries. Inhaled. I was supposed to eat them on so you guys could see like this is a San Diego delicacy. Ate the whole thing. I'm back. Welcome back, Florine. I know, it's time to hand over that mod status. Honestly, I am. Sorry, if you're still here, I'm gonna make somebody else mod. Because you're never here anymore, girl, so... No shit, you know, no harm, no foul. Yeah, so... Lately, I haven't really needed, a mod. Because there hasn't been too many people, like, saying crazy stuff. Well, the most deserving, please stand up. Hold up, y'all. These fire trucks. so demanding, Armani. I'm the real Slim Shady. Please stand up. I'm gonna keep you guys from here. This is better. Hey, y'all. Are you saying you want to be mod, Armani? Like, say it with your chest. Like, what are you saying? What's going on here? I set my bed on fire. Another epic whipping. What does that mean, mixed burger? I'm so confused. I know that's a reference to something. I just can't put my finger on what. Oi, Pablo. Where are you from? I'm from the US of A. Can I say something at you guys? I'm so okay. Is it really confusing to like know like okay. Where would someone think I'm from? Like I get really confused when people ask me where I'm from because I'm like, can't you hear it? I don't know. Maybe I'm Canadian possibly, and there's really only so many places I can be from, right? So I don't ask this to be shady. Sometimes I'm just genuinely curious why people ask me where I'm from, and I'm like, is that not obvious in the way that I talk, or they want to know what state? You sure? E-money? Because sometimes I feel like okay, well, if they just want to know what state, that's one thing. Because I get really confused on why people can't figure out where I'm from based on how I talk. Because I can always tell where people are from based on where they talk. That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing I could think of too. Like, obviously we know if you're American or you're familiar with Americans, you know, okay, they're probably American. Maybe Canadian because we talk very similar. Maybe they do want to know the state. It's either where you from or do you have tattoos? What do you like to do the most? I like to relax like this. Go live, chat to all my online homies like you guys. I like to paint. These are my fun paintings I've done. I'm trying to do some more. I almost ready to write, to do nothing. Ready to write? You like to write? I've seen a girl who looked similar to you and was born in Spain. I guess I need to get out more. You look like a regular American to me. Regular American. You know, it's so interesting being it's interesting being I don't know if I want to get this controversial. I'm pretty sure you're American Black. Armand, are you American Black like me? I just feel like it's so interesting being this identity wise because I feel like people it's almost like kind of struggling with identity a little bit, because people are like always asking me where I'm from, and then they expect me to be something or from somewhere else. And then when I tell them I'm American, they almost seem like disappointed a little bit. I don't really know what it is, but no matter where I go, people ask me where I'm from. I think it's because they, and that's like, I think because you're American Black like me, that you can see that I am too, but other people can't figure that out, and so they're always asking me where I'm from, what I am, and then it's like they expect this answer, and I'm like, is it okay for me to be American? It just seems like they get disappointed when I tell them I don't know what that is. It's just so weird to me. Not that they're disappointed, they're just like surprised. And it just makes me think, dang, like what kind of image do you have of American women like myself? Is it like really bad where you're like surprised? Like maybe it's just not a good, maybe we just don't have good reps. Maybe we don't have like good imagery. People probably think not that good of us. I'm just being real. Like I don't understand like why I go through this all the time. Not just here, like in my personal day-to-day life. People are always asking me where I'm from. And I'm like, you can hear from my accent that I speak very like West Coast. Like, what are you on? People just be creating stuff. I heard an accent. No, you didn't. No, you did not hear an accent. You're not acting a fool, and that gives people a different impression. You're right. I think I'm gonna just be candid here. I think as a Black American woman, I'm still like battling with like, I'm not battling, but I feel like when it comes to like our imagery, we're still dealing with a lot of bad representation. So when people are just so shocked that, I've traveled around the world a bit, I can speak another language, they just don't expect that from us. And it's just really sad. Like I was actually just on Instagram, and there was this dude from Houston, Texas, this like Hispanic dude, and he was just going around the campus of LSU, like Louisiana State, and he talked to this Black girl, and he was like asking her, do you speak different languages? And the video went like viral. I got like 600,000 likes, and there were people in the comment section like saying stuff like, wow, I'm surprised she can even, like, I'm just so shocked. I'm just, what the hell is wrong? Like, is this, maybe I'm just in my own world. Maybe I'm in my own world, and I think, I see women like me all the time. Like, you guys can't be that shocked. But I realize a lot of people just don't have a good view of us. It's just like, damn. So, anyway. I just had to be real for a second. If I lost you, I lost you. I'm sorry. But it is what it is. I don't know. I don't. You look like an actress. Are you an actress? I'm an actress for you. One day, trust that it's not just you. That makes me feel better, honestly. To be fair, like, even my own dad goes through that, or went through that. He doesn't fit what people think he should be, so he went through a lot of that. Maybe you do too, Armani. So it is interesting though, like, and I know other people probably experience it to some degree, but it is interesting to, anyway, moving on. For the record, when I was in Colombia, they thought I was exotic. So when you say I look regular American, whatever that means, something regular about me, Armani. No, but this guy was like, oh, exotica. You're like exotic. Yeah, everybody's exotic to somebody, so. If I were to go to the Netherlands right now, they'd be like, whoa, black girl. Oh, just kidding. Caliente. Yeah. Anyway, I think we just need to have open minds about people, you know? No need to put people in a box. Just let them be who they are, you know? Like, meet the person. Decide if you like them after you meet them. But we're quick to judge. We're quick to judge based on how people look. I'm guilty of it too. I tend not to do that about race anymore. I don't do that racially. But maybe I do it based on like how someone looks like in their facial expressions. Like I can assume someone's facial expressions can mean like they don't look very friendly. But maybe they're just having a day. Maybe they're, you know what I mean? Like people have told me based on my facial expressions, I looked like I wasn't nice. And then when they met me, they were like, oh my God, you're so much nicer than I thought. Did they try to solicit you? No. But they did try to sell me cocaine on the street. I was like, whoa, y'all are a little wild out here, are ya? But that is a thing out there. I would say Colombia is like New York City on steroids. What with like the type of activity that happens just on the streets, specifically in Medellin. I can't speak for every city. I was only in Medellin, and it is a very fun city, nightlife. It's very busy, but the activity on the street is just a regular day. I don't want to say the word because that could get banned, but like child prostitution right in front of you. Selling cocaine right in front of you. Obviously that can happen here in the States, but it's not going to be in broad daylight like that. But in Medellin, certain sides right in front of your face. That was probably like the biggest thing that was like, whoa. That I was like, whoa, you know? Kind of broke my heart a little bit. It's not legal there, but like when I was in the airport in line to get through immigration, there's literally a sign that said child prostitution is not allowed. But of course, you know, that's just them saying that, hey, like that's like the government there saying we know that this is happening, but I don't think they're like heavily cracking down on it. It's a very poor country. I mean, there's people who have a lot of money there, obviously, but when I got a tour, there's like 7 different financial castes there, or seven classes. That's a lot. And it seemed like the people at the very, very, very bottom were like the indigenous people. There was like there was a lot of indigenous women on the streets selling like the things they handcraft and make. And they'd be they'd be pregnant with like a tiny little baby in their hand and then another toddler next to them. So like they obviously don't have any contraception, you know, and they don't have any money, it seems. I don't know how it works about if they get like funding from the government, but like it would just be pouring rain and then they'd have to pick up all their stuff, and she's carrying this tiny little infant. Just like, oh my God, this is rough. First of all, where's the dude? You know, where's the guy? Maybe he's out trying to make money too. Who knows? So. And then, of course, all the other, like the average Colombian out there couldn't afford to get dinner. Like, I'm coming in with, you know, US currency, and there's a lot of Europeans there too who also have a strong currency. So when you have that kind of currency, the money goes further, so you can get nice things for a lot cheaper than the States. And I went to get a, you know, like a fish dinner, and the average Colombian can't afford that. And I'm just like, yo, spoiled, you know. Oh, he needs like a little tester of the drugs. Um, Good night. I need to stop acting like I'm tired. I was sleeping this whole weekend, y'all. Slept this whole weekend. And I love that for me. You look like that actress from the movie Coming to America. Has anyone ever told you that? No, no one's ever told me that. I have to look at her face and see. I think I know who you're talking about. She's pretty, so I'll take that as a compliment. I'm ready for another trip. I'm ready to do like a Euro tour. Girl, don't let your phone overheat again. Is it snuggled in the sheets? No, it's over here. My sheets are over here. No, whenever my phone overheats, it's because I'm in my car and the sun is coming through the windshield, and I have that little phone holder that connects to the wind, like sticks to the windshield. So the sun is just beating down on it, and I'm not even realizing, and it will just overheat. So, but I'm inside of my place, and it's cold in here. I do have this heater on, so hopefully that doesn't get too hot. Ugh. Oh. Did you mean to say hi, Almani? Maybe you hit on accident. You guys like my necklace? Said hi. I'm assuming you guys hit that on accident. No, I was gonna say something smart. What were you gonna say? Sorry, let me just button this up because I'm doing too much with this. Bear with me a sec. All right. Tell me, what's the issue? This is turning into something I ain't hip to. Am I doing too much? Just leave your name and number and I will holler at you. You guys remember that song? Oh, well, cool. Well, you was on it. I was already on it. You can't tell me to button up. I do the buttoning up around here. That's smart and a liar. I can advise you as the new mod. Oh, you're the new mod? I didn't realize that. How about this? I'm going to assign somebody as mod. Well, I can assign you as mod or money when I start seeing more people coming in here being a hot mess. Right now, I don't think I need it as much as I did before. When I was going live like every day, I would have like 150 people in here at one time, and it'd be people saying any and everything. But right now it's chill, you know? So, but as soon as I see that happen, I will make you mod. Deal? Hi, William. William Dorsa. Welcome to my digital diary. Yeah, I'm gonna get my hair done. I feel like I'm ready to look like a baddie. The baddie that I know that I can be. I'm ready to just be the baddie that I know that I can be. That I once was. Can I get your number, please? Well, yeah, my number is 281-330-8004. Florine, be nice. This is very calm. Someone asking for my number is not mean or bad. These other comments that maybe you haven't seen yet can get very vulgar and raunchy. Those comments, not okay. That, to me, that's harmless. William, where are you from? I keep saying to you guys, if you want to go live, YouTube doesn't make it easy for me to bring people on lives. But if you guys ever want to actually like come on stage and chat with me, that's what I've been trying to do, but YouTube doesn't really do that. So, oh. I made a new Instagram. So, my one that you guys are following me on is my business Instagram. And so all of that will just be business. I won't be posting anything really personal on there too much. Most of it will be will just be business. But I just made a new Instagram page today. And I'm excited to announce. It's the same name as my YouTube channel, Sadiqa Soul. There's no post yet, but you see my profile picture. I'm holding my phone like this. So follow me at Sadiqa's Soul. Hi. Is that Chica? No, it's not Chica. Sorry guys. I'm trying to remember everybody's usernames. Why'd you change your name? Because my name, Soulspiration, that's my business name. And I don't want my personal YouTube channel attached to my like professional business. She was bored. No, I just realized that the topics on here, all my current videos that you see really don't have anything to do with my business. Except for maybe one. All my topics here, just, I'm like talking about, oh, 25 is the new 30. Oh, let's go to Colombia. Oh, let's do this, let's do that. I'm like, it's got nothing to do with my business, so. Do you remember me? I believe I do. I believe we spoke a couple weeks ago. I think. You're the one that's in high school, right? I think that's you. I'm trying my best, y'all. Yes. Okay. You told me that you have a girlfriend. Chica! Hey, I just spoke about you. I said, I was trying to see if that was you, but now that's you. Your name is actually Chica. Your username is Chica. I thought 21 Key Man was you. But I realized now that's not the other guy. You guys are both Nigerian, by the way. just FYI. Ronnie Ray, all day, living in the hallway. Don't take this. Honorable mention, yes. Do you remember me? Corrine. Of course. It's my guy E-Man. Oh, you guys know each other. Or remember each other. What's up, y'all? Or what's up, Chica? No, you don't. I know you're just kidding. Look fantastic, by the way. Thank you. This is my, I feel like a vacation, like I should be somewhere on the beach, sipping a Mai Tai in this shirt. It's not quite a Hawaiian shirt, but it's definitely giving like chill vibes, you know what I mean? This is my current read, for the record, y'all. Talk Like TED. Like a TEDx talk. I need to hurry up and finish this. I'm taking forever. This book is telling you the best ways to communicate your ideas, whether you're trying to like pitch for a business or speak on stage and like tell a compelling story. Really capture the soul, the frequency, to get your audience to feel what you're saying. Recall a specific time in your life. It's really giving what it's supposed to give. This book, it is. It is. So, what are some tips that have been sticking out to you lately? I would say this one's kind of like obvious, but it's about passion. It's about passion. And I know people always say, oh my God, follow your passion, follow your passion. I firmly believe that. At the same time, I think people should also go where the money resides. I'm realizing now, at the tender age that I'm at now, that I should be going where the money resides. But at the same time, I should still be nurturing my passion. So the professors in this book who are saying, you know, go after your passion, it's reminding me that the only way I'll be successful truly is if I'm doing something that I like and I can keep going when things get tough. Like, that's how you know. The only thing that I've really seen that, well, not the only thing, but the most prominent thing that's been for me was soccer. I was so passionate about soccer. I would show up rain or shine, blistering heat or not, and that's how I knew I loved it. And that's why I got to do what I got to do in such a short amount of time. So that's how I know. That is how I know that following passion to some degree, or what you feel called and naturally aligned to do, you have to do it in some shape, way, or form. So if you have like a 9-to-5 and you're in an industry that's like tech, like you, Chica, right? Or anybody else, you can be in that industry. Just make sure that at some component of your job, you're doing something that's aligned with you. So if that's speaking, if that is mentoring, if that's, you know, volunteering with like maybe being the head of an ERG, whatever that is, like make sure you're nurturing some part of your passion. That's a huge step. On top of that, it's also when you're a speaker, making sure you're speaking about things that you're passionate about, because if you feel what you're talking about, your audience will feel that too. Thanks, CJ. The weather was nice today. It was a cool 65, clear skies. It's perfect, which is good because it's been cold the last couple days and rainy. So we're gonna get a whole week of sunshine this week, which I'm very grateful for, because it's been pouring rain the last couple days. It doesn't rain a lot in my city, but in my city, when it rains, it pours, you know. When you said that, I thought Tinder age. Shocked because you were a promoter of Hinge. Y'all, I'm happy to say that I'm off Hinge forever. I'm off it for good. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna change topics here. I just on topic to topic because of you, Armani. Yeah, I'm off that for good. Do you know why I keep going back on? Or not keep going back on, but do you know why I'll let a year go by and then like re-download it the following year? Because of somebody else's success story. And I'm like, well, maybe I'll give it another try. No. I don't think it's gonna come from online. I just need to accept that and stop doing it. I keep pretending and telling myself, oh yeah, maybe like, no. 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 They never work. I mean, what happened with Hinge? I just got rid of it. You guys, scroll down to last year and watch my video on Hinge. Because I know why it's not working. Lamborghini guy. I was gonna make that picture I was gonna make that photo of me in the Lamborghini my thumbnail for this live. We'll see in a year. Harmony, hush. No, but I just got rid of it. But I made a video about why I know that most dating apps don't work for most people. And it's really because people don't know how to not be swayed by their own human nature. That's what it is. It's like the explore page of Instagram. There's an endless sea of content. So you'll never, ever be fully fulfilled when you have so much access to people. You start treating it like, oh, this, oh, that, whatever. And it's like, people stop responding or, they feel like there's nothing to lose. And when you're in those types of parameters and dynamics, and mind you, from both sides, people think, oh, I mean, a girl can think that, but a lot of guys think that too. Like, there's no reason to be in spaces where there's an endless sea of people, and people are on there for different reasons. So I feel like I've created, deleted enough to know that if it was going to happen, if it were to happen from there, it would have happened already. So there's no reason to tell myself, oh, let's just try it again. Like, there's no point. And you're right. Yeah, I say that now. Let's see what happens in a year. But I truly feel if I ever somehow get bored and want to do it again, I think that's silly. You know what I mean? I think it's really silly for me to, that makes sense to again. Yeah. I use the apps, but I prefer to meet in person. Me too. Like, honestly, like, don't get me wrong. I've been on some great dates from the apps. Like, I meet great people, but again, I think how's the best way I can put this? Humans were so interesting in certain dynamics, and yeah, it's so interesting how we respond to, certain dynamics. A dynamic created when it's like, let's just say I'm a guy. Obviously, as a woman, that's who I'm dating on the apps. If I'm a guy and I'm looking at all these beautiful women, it's like, okay, I can secure a date. Maybe. Some guys can, some guys can't. I hear complaints from both. Like, some guys are like, oh my God, I can't get dates. Some guys are like, it's easy, whatever. Depends. But if I'm a guy who can secure a date with a beautiful woman, I'm like, if I have an endless sea in my hand, I'm gonna think, the human nature in me is gonna think, if I can get her, I can get somebody else too. And so it's like, it's never enough. So yeah, exactly. The app creates an addiction. It's like, holy crap, like I pulled this girl, I can pull the next girl. If I pull her, I can pull her. If I can pull him, it's a never exactly addiction. It's a dopamine addiction on the phone, and then it's like a super ego boost when you actually get them in person. And instead of it being like, oh, I want to try to build something or like keep going out with this person, it just creates this like game of like, who else can I get? Who else can I get? And I don't want to put myself in that situation, truthfully. I don't want to be, to me, like, how do I say this without sounding arrogant? The amount of guys that message me and say, what are you doing on here? I'm like, you're right, what am I doing on here? It makes me realize, what am I doing? Oh, the guys are like, oh my god, how on God's green earth are you on here? And I'm like, that's a good question, you know? But I think it has nothing to do with looks. It's got a lot more to do with just kind of like how men and women are interacting with each other today. Florine, you are funny. Where are you from, Florine? I'm getting, that name makes me think Italian, I'm not sure. That depends on the guy. Can also happen in real life, the guys like that. Oh, Romania. That's true, Armani. You're right. I think you're right. Like, I have met guys in person who also were very interesting. Or they would treat going on a date with me, and even though I met them in person, kind of like how the guy on a dating app would. So you're right. It really does depend. I think for me though, I don't know how much. I don't think I want that many people to have access to me like that. I think what I've realized, and it's a lot of energy exerted on people who are just getting a bunch of dopamine hits. I don't want to be a part of that sea and cluster of how many likes did I get? Like it's just constant. I don't want to be a part of that. So. Right, that's a good point too. If he's that way, chances are he's probably using an app. And if he's using an app, he probably feels like, okay, well, this didn't work, but I can always go back to my phone and get more. A lot of guys that don't use the apps, they kind of see a woman that they find beautiful and they realize it's now or never, especially if she intrigues him in a way that works for him. You know, like I think about my old roommate, and when she said her now husband, she said the way her now husband approached her in a restaurant, he said he knew he had to say something, or if he didn't, he'd probably never see her again. Now they're married, right? So it's like those types of dynamics, I think, have to happen for men specifically, for them to kind of feel like, okay, I have to say something or I'll never see her again. If she intrigues you in that way, right? Ollie popped and dined. Armani, what are you on? Oh my goodness. You guys are funny tonight. It depends. I like both. You guys want to know a secret? Both of these that I did, these were both done on dates. So like, I love a fun paint and sip. And so to me, those are like fun activities to like do together. In one of those like lead classes, you know what I mean? Sometimes we do both in the same day. If we're vibing really well and he's like, you want to get something to eat? And I'm like, sure. So we'll go get food after. So maybe both in one day. Activity. And, you know, I'm hungry too. You gotta feed me. Why not? Ollie popped and dined is so funny to me. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so. So I want to ask you guys. I do notice that a lot of guys here. So like, what in an ideal situation? What kind of dynamic with a woman do you want? Any of you guys here? Like, do you want dates? And there's no right or wrong answer. I'm not judging. I'm just curious. Like with the age group of guys that you guys are, I just want to kind of get like I'm just curious where you guys are. Like, what is something ideal that you want with a woman at this point in your life? Or do you want a friendship? Do you want friends with bennies? Do you want like long term? Is that your ultimate goal? What do you want right now? Ideally. I don't want to hear like, oh, I can't. What do you want ideally? I'll wait. Ideally to be single. Florine, are you married? Or you're not, or you're single? Not yet. Friends with Ben needs to be real, but looking for a ride or die. But she can. This guy. Okay, so Chica, you want no judgment. Hey, that's cool. But like, what does that mean though? You that's two different things. So like, you want both, or that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Do you want one person who's a friend with benefit and another person who's a ride or die? You want two women? I'm not judging that either, but I don't see how you like, oh, I want friends benefits to be real, but I'm also looking for a ride or die. Like, which one? I guess it is confusing. He went something like in that movie with Timberland. What movie is with Timberland? No, it is confusing because that's two different things. Like they're on the opposite end of the spectrum. I also think that's why a lot of people are single today, because they don't really know what they want. No shade, Chica. No shade to you. Maybe you want a woman maybe you want two women. One that's this and the other that's that. Yeah. I think a lot of us may have stopped romanticizing what we think relationships are, myself included, realizing that I'm not gonna romanticize what I think a relationship should be. You know what I'm saying? And just remember that, you know, we're all human and we're gonna have like good days, bad days. I can't expect my partner to make me happy every time. That's not his job, you know, just like maturing and realizing what a relationship actually is. And then asking myself why I want one. When I started asking myself why I want one, I started to kind of like fill those voids for myself. Like we're all human, we will all want to be around people. Like we're people that are meant to be with other humans. But when we ask ourselves, why do I want someone? Is it coming from lack, or is it coming from like wanting to share your life with somebody? You know, Chica's like, I'm chilling. I'm not worried about it. So, anyway. And then just having fun and not putting pressure on it. So, you go. Yes. Honestly, being single for as long as I have has helped me realize so much. Superwoman is too much. She will win all the time, trust me. What does Superwoman mean, Chica? You're a Superwoman. What does that mean? I need some food. I want food. I'm cold, y'all. Look, they're kissing. A ride-or-die that's there through it all. I feel that. I think a partner for me is probably like a better way of looking at things. It's so funny. I was just having this conversation with myself today. I thought, you know what? Life is better or could feel more balanced with someone in your life, but it really does have to be a partnership. That's the conclusion I came to. Because you know, a partnership feels like balance. It feels like reciprocity. It feels like we're doing life together. That's the disadvantage to being single, is being cold. Not when you got a heater and a blanket. Stop playing with me. I do miss that, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is kind of nice. Yeah, that's a relationship. Yeah, that's a relationship. Yeah. So, personally, I want like someone that's like a partner, you know? You call him boyfriend or partner? Does that matter to you? I'm gonna call him partner. I feel like people each other's ride or dies. I see. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, when it feels like there's reciprocity there, then definitely like that word can be used with good intent. And when I hear that, but when I see like, oh, it's gonna be my ride or die, it's like, okay, well, hopefully you're that person's ride or die too. Boyfriend or partner? Yeah, I feel like so boyfriend is someone that I'm like dating for like maybe like 6 months to a year, maybe longer. Partner is like someone I'm doing life with, like long term. But at that point, if I'm doing life with somebody, they're probably my husband. I'll probably just say husband. And make it interchangeable with partner. We still owe each other that date. We do. We never agreed to that. I don't remember agreeing to that. Stop, stop squinting at it. I think partner is not enough to describe it. Partnership is not enough either. So what is it then, Florine? How do you describe it? Life partner? Soulmate? Housemate? Bedmate? What do you call that person? Someone that you do life with. I also think too, like, twin soul, twin flame. I think too, it's nice to do life with someone, but it's also nice to like have your own life separate from them. You know? Like have your own life separate from, you know, like have your own set of friends and like your own interests still. I've learned from my mother, who's, you know, has been married for 30 plus years, you know, that it's important to make sure that you still keep your own interests, your own hobbies. You can do some of them together, of course, but you still have to remain an individual. And I think doing things together, like setting goals together, that's what keeps things like, you know, that's what keeps the relationship strong. Like when you're working towards goals together. So it's like, oh, we should do a project. You know, you got projects to do together. We should go on vacation. You know, obviously. But like little things to like, you feel like you're reaching milestones together is also a good way. But also keeping your interests somewhat separate and having your own life too is important. I think partner is more modern day language that muddies the waters and make it seem less committed. I prefer that. I prefer husband wife. Excuse me. Evie magazine. That's true. When I when I say partner, I mean the role they play. But the title will definitely be husband, right? I just want the role. I want it to feel like we're doing life together. All of life, as far as like the big things, like maintaining our household, if we decide we want to have kids, you know, making decisions together, big decisions, financial decisions, where we're gonna live, like all of those things, like what our, you know, routine and schedule could and should look like together, separately, whatever. As soon as kids get involved, it can get a little complicated. So maybe like, you know, splitting things like the chores and cooking, and you know, it should feel like a partnership. Life can be tough, you know, so it's like you want it to feel like a partnership and not like it's all on one person. I also think too, some people like gender roles. You know, gender roles are cool too. I don't have any issues with that either, but yeah. If we were to get married, if we were to get married, how do you feel about prenuptials? If I'm being honest, I haven't thought that far. I know that they are a thing, and I know you know the real answer? Hi JR, it's been a minute. I think happy Thanksgiving. Hey Rob. Let's see. Thank you. I don't know. I definitely think that. Well, I live in California, so it varies by state. So I'll say that for me, like, especially if there's kids involved, it just depends, you know, it depends on how we split things. Like, does, you know, hopefully that doesn't even happen. We're talking about prenups, Rob. Edvon, I appreciate your question, but I'm not going to answer that right now because it's got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. So we'll circle back on that. Yeah, I think it just depends on if there's kids involved. Like, I get it. Like, people feel like they have to protect their assets today. You know? Things do happen. My supervisor at my internship, he was just, for some reason, randomly talking to us about this. He was just like, he talks too much, but he was just like, yeah, like, yeah. he doesn't talk too much. He just shares a lot. And he was just like, yeah, I mean, you love somebody one day, and then the next day, you know, it's different. And now, you know, so I get, like, I would want to protect my assets as well. So I guess the short answer is that's probably smart for both of us. Me and that person, you know. But I like that I live in California. What's with the broken heart? I like that I live in California because there's a thing called spousal support. Most times women end up with a child anyway, so.
Let's change your home state. Why? Because of spousal support? You don't want me to get spousal support? I'll just let my wife, is it life or wife, with the portion she needs or half of everything. I like the way Rob thinks. Do you think that's a good thing? What, that one day you love somebody and the next you don't? No, I don't. No, I don't. I watched a video that said that if people talked more about what their values were before they got married, we would see less decline in marriage. Or less decline in divorce. Is that a lot of people really don't talk things through and make sure they agree on things before they get into that relationship. To me, Rob is, to me, that makes the most sense. Because 8 times out of 10, the woman ends up with the child anyway. Right? So I feel like that's usually how it goes anyway. So I would hope that he would give what's needed so that all me and the kids are supported. Yeah, that's why I said, like, if there's kids involved, that's why I think with the whole prenup thing, kids being involved, it really changes things. So if we have kids, are planning to have kids, there should be no prenup, in my opinion. You think the woman ending up with the child by default is a good thing? It depends on the mother. If she's a good mother, then probably. I don't know. It just depends. I'm trying to imagine you paying spousal support after your business grows. No, not me paying spousal support. Silly goose. No. Especially if I have the child. Like, why would I be paying why would a woman who has the child be paying spousal support? Anyway. But you see how important it is? So it's that your money is my money and my money is my money. My thing is this. I'm the type of person where if I'm going to start my life with someone, I'm going to do everything in my power to make it work. Like, everything. That's just how I am as a person. And I don't say yes to things that I'm not, like, super duper sure about. Especially when it comes to relationships. Like, I'm very quick to be like, no. So if I say yes, I'm in there. I'm in it. I'm talking about in there. I'm in there. At the same time, it's like, what would someone possibly do for us to be getting a divorce? Like, is it... And what did that put me through? Like, what kind of distress or whatever would that have put me through throughout the process? You know what I'm saying? Like, what could possibly bring me to the brink of divorce? Because if I'm happy and he's not initiating divorce, I'm not getting divorced. I'm staying married. But if there's something that brings me to the brink of divorce, I probably am owed that. Whatever he's got going on, to me, that's how I see it. You know? Cheating, you know? And it's like, That's honestly a lot of downfalls in marriages. A lot of the issues also are financial. They say that's the number one issue in marriages is financial things. At the same time, though, it makes me wonder, what's bringing people to the brink of divorce? Money and people growing apart from each other are the top two causes of divorce. Yeah. Every 7 years, we become a new person. That's why it's important to continuously have goals together. So anyway, like the whole my money is my money, your money is my money thing, like I really feel like women we all age, so at one point you're going to want a young whippersnapper. Are you saying that you're gonna want a younger woman? Chica? This is actually why they suggest that women don't date men the same age as them. Pool boy. I mean, I feel like it's more likely that a man is gonna want a younger woman than a woman wanting a younger guy. Like that does happen, but for the most part, if you look at women who married men the same age as them, the minute they turned like 45, 50, they went and got the youngest thing they could find. Oh Lord. Would you divorce me if I'm always working and not spending enough time with you and our kids? Would you divorce someone who was doing that, Rob? Would you want your daughter to stay with someone who was doing that? Or your niece or your goddaughter? I know you're asking me, but sometimes you can answer that question on your own by asking yourself if you want that yourself. Hi, Edwin. To me, it's like, how long have I been asking you or someone that I'm with to spend time with me and the kids? Like, how is this like over a course of 5 years? And it's just like, probably, eventually. It's like, think about it. Your kids are only kids for a certain amount of years. You can't get those years back. But I realize a lot of families grew up that way. Right, I know. And that is tough. Like, it these are tough questions. I feel like a lot of families grew up this way, where it's like dad's always working, mom's always home. But when you look at the dynamics though of who the kids get closer to, the kids end up getting closer to mom when that happens. You know, and I feel like kids should be close to their dad too. Like, we really need our dads. Like, we really, really do. You know? And for the record, Armani, that question you're asking, because California is so expensive, I mean, most families are dual incomes here. There's not a lot of families, especially young families, where both parents are not working, because that's just like, and if their kids are at daycare age, like daycare is expensive, you know? So if you want to live somewhat comfortably, here and have like a space that's like in a decent part of town, and you don't necessarily want like assistance, right, from the government or like whatever. $50,000? What, total? Or like both parties bringing in 50,000? As a family, no. That is not enough. One person bringing in $50,000, no. Cannot support a family in California on that. You cannot. It depends on the type of lifestyle you want too. Do you want a high rise downtown? Do you want, a house in the suburbs? Y'all clowning me right now. I know, I'm just telling you, that's not enough. You cannot bring home $50,000 a year and support a family in California. You cannot do that. Like, one income and pay for the rent, the food, the car, like all the, no. Your child, no. I said living frugally. Right, living frugally, but that's $50,000 before taxes. $50,000 after taxes might be a little bit different, but if you're bringing home 50 grand a year and there's taxes, you're really bringing home 38, probably 36. No, not enough. I thought you lived in Romania, Florine. Is that where you're from? Again, most families in California both work. Like a lot of young couples who buy homes here, they're both like hustling. Florine, do you not have work in the morning? Break down rent and food for family of 4. I can't do all of that for you. Just know that 50K is not enough. Just know that, again, that's before taxes, so. Honestly, I think to have a comfortable life, both parties should be bringing in $75 minimum. Both parties should be bringing home at least 75 to be comfortable. And of course, you said live frugally. But I think if you keep your expenses low, that includes how many vacays a year. See, I like the idea of like, they call them dinks, dual income, no kids. Like, honestly, that's the dream. Who wouldn't want that, right? Vacations, to me, that's 2 vacations a year minus the kids. Maybe 3. That's actually good. 2 parties bringing in at least 75. I think you can do pretty good stuff as a family. Yeah, 2 parties bringing in 75K.
that's over 130K. So, quick maths. Is that 150? Yeah, that's 150. I think 150 as a family is doable. But I think buying a bunch of brand new cars and stuff like that, like as long as you're not doing a bunch of crazy stuff. Like to me, getting a brand new car, it depreciates as soon as you leave the lot. We've talked about this. So as long as you just have like a nice durable car, you have a decent house, decent part of town, 1 or 2 vacations a year. What's to dislike, you know? You want to be a dink, that's your dream. $60K goes for rent. For the year, yeah, 60, yeah, exactly. I don't think it's like the dream, but I remember my mom, like, I remember when I was at my first job out of college, I was just kind of noticing that people were like getting married at work. And I'm like, oh my God, like, why are these people like dating and marrying each other here? I already knew I didn't want to meet my partner at that job. It was a great company, but I didn't want to meet my partner there. But a lot of people, I think, saw the potential in the company, and they knew that that was an industry that it's not going anywhere. Insurance industry. A lot of people like easily make their way up the ranks. A lot of people just saw it as like, this is a place where we can like make money, stable industry, and meet my partner here. We're both making like decent money. Like that's who I want from a financial perspective. That's like kind of what they were looking for. And I noticed that even people my age, they were like linking up with each other and like really being a thing. And I'm like, wow, people are really finding their partners here. And my supervisor met her husband in another department, and they're the one who taught me that phrase, dink. And I was like, what is a dink? They were like, yeah, man, we're living the dream. I used to work for Geico. They're like, oh yeah, we got Geico pay. We both get paid. We're both supervisors. We both dual income, no kids. They were like, we're living the dream. And honestly, like, to me, like, if you're okay with that, that is a really nice lifestyle to have. Why not? That's what most of our parents did. You gotta add in at least 2 kids, 1 boy and 1 girl. 1 boy and 1 girl. I feel like most people want 1 boy, 1 girl. That's like ideal. Also, if you keep adding things, we go over 200K. No, I wasn't adding things. I was saying, like, don't have a bunch of expensive cars. Like, I don't believe in buying brand new cars unless you can just, like, buy it outright. Because the car note is crazy. These car note, people are paying, like, I think we talked about this, like $800 for a car note. You want kids, Soul? Oi, Eric. Hi, Jeremy. Like, thumb up the video, guys. Thank you for being here. Do I want kids? I need to get a few things out my system first, but I think I do want kids. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Do I look like I'm not okay? Your mom had 10 kids? Jeez. Were you the oldest or the youngest or the middle? I think for me, before I bring a child on this earth,
feel really confident in who my partner is. I think that's a big part. It's different to just want kids. It's another thing to feel like I really feel confident in who I'm having kids with. So the short answer is yes, with the right person. What stuff do you need to get out of your system? I just feel like I'm called for greatness. And honestly, that feeling could last for a couple of years, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to settle down. Like, but I feel like there's just something left that I need to get out of my system before I'm about to pop, you know? Thank you, Jeremy. What are your 2 kid names you thought of? I haven't thought of the names yet, but I really feel like Naomi is a cute name. Naomi. I think it's really pretty. My girl will be named Mia Karina. Mia equals my Karina, darling or dear. Oh, that's nice. Powerhouse. Yeah. I guess I just have to own it. For some reason, the name, like the word powerhouse, just makes me feel like I'm a career woman, but like I am feeling rather ambitious these days. And I want to create. I just really want to create. But I also want to rest. So I think because I know I feel like I need to rest too, I need to be with someone who can allow me to rest. That's like super important. Like I need a man that lets me know that like, hey, I can rest. That's so important for a woman and for potentially having a child and like while pregnant. Like there's a certain requirement and safety net that I'm requiring from a man before I let anybody impregnate me. And I think all women should have this mentality. Otherwise, I will remain the powerhouse minus the child. But I need to have a safety net of rest. Like, I can actually let go of the reins and he can take care of things because that is what a woman needs. So, I'm not looking to be anyone's superwoman, no shade. But I know that women have the ability to do a lot. We can multitask, we can be mom, we can run a business, we can go back to being mom, we can do both at the same time. But I don't want to bend over backwards and like overexert myself and burn myself out. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like my requirement. Do you cook? Of course that's your next question, Chica. Because that's my requirement. You're like, do you cook? Is that what you believe it will allow me, or I'm deserving? I bought my motorcycle from Powerhouse Motorsports. Lillian says, can I ask something personal? How do you know when you have to let go of some... Lillian, I'm sorry, I missed your question. Does SM mean someone or something? Maybe, I don't know if you're still here or not. Florian. No, if I'm being honest, like, I don't want someone that wants me to want to do it all. That's just exhausting me just thinking about it. Like, I have aspirations, I have ambition, I have goals, and I know that I'm purposed, but I'm not going to be anybody's superwoman. Because to me, that sounds like something else. It sounds like do everything. And I don't want anyone who's requiring that of me, you know? And I just discussed partner. A real partner doesn't expect someone they're partnered with to be superwoman and do it all. That's not a partner. And that's why I said that. Because anyone who expects someone to do everything, that's not a partnership. Okay, I don't know what you're in here saying anymore. Ay, Dios mío. Alright, y'all, I think I'm gonna call it. I'm tired. I'm hungry. When did I say that? You kind of just asked me if I was okay being superwoman. Like, what is a superwoman does it all. You just said that up there too. Right? What is superwoman? You're using a lot of terms. I'm not sure what these terms mean to you. It's everything. Cooking, cleaning, working. I mean, yeah, everything. Cooking, cleaning, working, rearing the children. Emotional labor. Physical labor. Like, that's a lot, you know? And obviously, if you think about it, we all do that for ourselves. We all cook for ourselves. If you're single, you cook for yourself. You clean for yourself. Maybe you pay for a cleaner. You know, you work. Maybe you have a child on your own. I don't know. So we all do these things, but when there's now someone, that's your interpretation of a superwoman. That's not a priority. Well, I don't know what that means to you. I don't know what superwoman means to you. I'm not looking for a woman, so you'd have to define what a superwoman means to you. That's not a ride or die. So which one are you looking for, a superwoman or a ride or die? I'm getting very confused. Anyway, what's for dinner? I don't know. I just finished I had like carne asada fries. But that was like 3 hours ago. So I think I'm gonna You want someone to build what with? If I'm being honest, that just stresses me out. I'm not even sure like what you're saying. Like, I'm getting stressed out because I can't even determine what's being said. That alone is giving me a headache. Like, I want a superwoman. She's ride or die, but superwoman's not a ride or die. My superwoman is a ride or die. What does that mean? I don't even know. Ay, Dios mío. Anyway, just know what, based off what I said, if that doesn't align with like what you think that is, then you know that we're probably not looking for the same thing, or what you think, you know, that those definitions mean for you. How much does a dude need to make to have you comfortable with having his kids? You know, I expect you guys to ask me these questions, and I don't know if I want to answer them. You know, there's so many dependents. Like, do I still live in California? That's these so many factors in place. How many kids we talking? You guys' questions are so vague, I can't answer them. Bye, Armani. Am I still in California? Do we have 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids? So many things vary. Am I in Texas? Chicago? Where am I? Where are we? Anyway, look, we've been on here for a while, y'all. 1 hour and 47 minutes. It's a bit much. We've been on here just yapping away. I want 2 twin boys to start off in Texas. Twin boys. Oof. Drop the new IG before I go. It's my YouTube name, Sidika Soul. It's my name, Sidika, little s, and then Soul. Sidika's Soul. Just like my YouTube name. Was with the same name normally. Yeah, with Maureen. Well, Texas is a lot more affordable. I don't know if I don't want to live in a super duper off the beaten path part of Texas. Like, I know people are living in these mansions that are like in the middle of nowhere. Don't know if I can do that. But if it were like Dallas or somewhere like in Dallas or something, Sugarland. Comfortable. I want us to be comfortable in that city. So hello to Kong. I don't know, is that Indonesian? I'm not sure what language that is, but I can't translate it here. Sorry, bud. Anyway, all right, y'all. We've had a lot of deep questions tonight. We talked about everything under the sun. We said prenups. We said kids. We defined titles, partnerships. We talked about this book a little bit. We talked about it all. So I think that's it for the night. I think we covered it all for the night. So anyway, before I go, subscribe if you're not already. Thumb up the video and or follow me on my new IG. I don't have any posts yet. At Sidika Soul, follow me, and then I'll be like my personal Instagram. So I'll be like driving when I go to work. I'll be chatting on there. I'll go live there. You guys can come on stage and talk to me there. That'll be like the spot. Like the spot. Hopefully we can have a real conversation over the phone or in person. Or you can follow me on IG and we can go live. I'll go live and you can come on stage and chat. Oh, you don't have IG. Oh, maybe you should get one. That's like the best way to communicate with people without exchanging numbers. Would you be okay with being a stay-at-home mother? Can I start going live? Okay, period. Worry. Would I be okay with being a stay-at-home mother? I keep telling you guys to get IG because you could DM me personally. Like, you guys could send messages. I can go live. You can come on stage and actually talk to me. Like, you don't even have to be like a content creator. Just download the app, make a name, put a profile picture. Easy peasy. Post a photo. Now you have an account. Anyway, because YouTube does not allow this. It's not as fluid as Instagram or TikTok or whatever. Maybe one day they'll change that, but anyway. So I don't even want to know what you really think when you see these questions. Sometimes I feel like guys just ask questions just to like ask questions. I'll just be asking questions just to be doing it. Like, I feel like Armani, he just be asking questions just to see what I'm gonna say. He doesn't even probably even want to know. He just be saying anything. But honestly, that stay-at-home question, I'm trying to think, like, would I want to be a stay-at-home mom? Yeah, because I'll be I'll still be making content and, like, being able to, like, speak my truth and speak life into people. So I wouldn't mind it because I would still have the things that make me feel good, too, you know? Like, being a mom, sure, a mom would feel great and stuff like that, but I would definitely focus heavily. If I'm a stay-at-home mom, like, I would be heavily focused on building a community on YouTube. I see people adding guests on YouTube. Yeah, but you have to do it ahead of time, is what it looks like. Like right now, I should be able to, like, invite you to the stage. Let's see. Like, why can't I just invite you to the stage right now? The same way that I can do it on Instagram. Like, they make it so complicated for no reason. They don't even let you see who's in here. When I tap the people button at the top, it doesn't tell me who's in here. I can't invite you to the stage. It's just, what is this? It's ridiculous in my opinion. What is this? Oh, this is what I ate last night, you guys. Those are called carne asada fries, and they're honestly so good. Like, that's carne asada. There's like cheese, sour cream, guacamole over a bed of fries. It's so good. And this is my favorite picture I use. And you can't see it. It says how locked in I am. This picture makes me laugh. How locked in I am. How locked in I'm gonna be next year. Oh my god. Those look good, right? Florine, why do you keep saying hi? Oh, there's extra lighting here. What do you know?
This picture just makes me laugh every time. I like you. Come on, Leslie. You guys see a difference when I do that? Anyway. See what kind of photos I can use as my green screen. Oh, this is a new headshot I got recently. Hey. Let's see. You guys want to see a picture of me when I was 5? Oh, you can't see. That was me on Halloween. Why am I showing you all these pictures? Let's see. What else we got? Oh, that's me in the Lambo, period. Period. You notice anytime somebody's in a Lambo, they're always like, so you can see the little emblem. That thing keeps showing and makes. I'm ready to have some kids. I need someone to spoil. Top 5 comedians. Bernie Mac, Cat Williams, there's some like new people on YouTube that I'm finding that I'm not remembering their names. I don't know. Superwoman in a Lambo. Wasn't my Lambo though. That was another man's Lambo. Look how happy I am in the Lambo, y'all. Just happy in the Lambo. No, but he was crazy, so. Anyway, let's change the photo. Alright, we'll turn the green screen off now. We'll just do like a nice background. You guys see that? That's the La Jolla Cove. It's not the best view, but green screen's kind of fun when it's not like glitching. That's me at a soccer game. I got the jersey, the official jersey. It's lit. She's not there now. Me, I'm not there now.
Okay, can I show you guys the most massive bouquet of flowers I ever received in my entire life? I don't even think you can see the whole photo. I was so big. And lava. Anyway. Yeah, this is the most massive bouquet. I didn't know what to do with this bouquet. I was like, it was so stressful to take care of this bouquet. How do you tend? It was, I mean, it was beautiful, but look how tall. Anyway. Anyways, y'all, let me turn this green screen off. Oh, that's me hosting this thing I was at. You look gorgeous in that photo. Which one? This one? What are my Thanksgiving plans? Definitely gonna eat with the fam. My mom's not gonna cook this year. She just wants to. We're gonna just like have it catered. What are you doing, Rob? Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Alright, guys. I think literal guys. It's funny because I say that when there's guys and girls here, but it's just guys. So, alright, guys. I think that's all she wrote tonight. I'm gonna eat, watch some Ted Lasso, read this book, and go to bed. I got an early morning tomorrow. Monday mornings creep up on you a little bit. Alright, y'all, time to go. Good night. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you guys soon. I'm probably gonna go live again maybe Wednesday. I might end up spending Thanksgiving alone because my family are all out of town. Girl, you're so live. I know, I went live for a long time, Shari. Well, I hope you find like a friend, like a friendsgiving, hopefully. All right, good night, y'all. I'll see you guys later. Smooches.